Excellent.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I am a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is master editor himself, Pluto, Pedro.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
Yes, this is the show we combine 3D printing. I'm looking at myself in the cube. 3D printing and DIY electronics to make infinity cubes. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the show. Let's kick it off with the coupon. Are we good with audio?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to kick it off with the coupon. For today, it is Tunnel View. So if you want to pick up anything in the Adafruit shop, you can use coupon code Tunnel View to get 10% off your order. This works on everything except for the gift certificates or the subscriptions to AdaBox. And if we head on over to the website, adafruit.com/free, you can see we have some freebie deals. Standard freebie deals going on this week. So for orders that are at $99 or more, you'll get a free PermaProto half-size breadboard. For orders that are $200 or more, you get the breadboard and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. And for orders that are $299 or more, you get the shipping, you get the PermaProto and a Circuit Playground Express. While supplies last, of course, check in later tonight because these tend to change all the time. So I said they're standard, but you know, freebies. Same day delivery is an option in the New York City area. So if you want to order your stuff and you're in New York City area, you can get your stuff that same day. Newsletters happen once a week. This is the new newsletter. It's product focus, adafruit.com/newsletter. We also have daily newsletters named appropriately, adafruitdaily.com. Standalone website. It's not attached to your Adafruit account if you so do have one. There's no spam here. We don't do spam, and it's just a nice way to get lots of different categories. So you have to click on the categories that you want. Again, that's adafruitdaily.com. Check out the make code and the CircuitPython newsletters. Those are our top new ones. We're hanging out in the Discord chat. I was, I logged in this morning. Here I am. Hey, 24/7 chat. This is a great place to share your projects. Get help from the community as well. We have a lot of different channels. We're hanging out in the live broadcast channel. Hello, everybody. It's the morning over here in the East Coast, in whatever hemisphere we're on. Good morning, Matable, or was it Matambale? I like both of them. Hello. Welcome to the show.
Got Devo hanging out in there. We have
Devo.
more people in the YouTube chat as well.
Whoops.
Morning, Yanni.
Good morning.
We're also on Twitch, which is a little bit more faster, so you can tune in there as well.
Okay.
And on Facebook.
And on the face. Cool. Well, we're here, and we're excited to share with you the latest project that we came up with this week. There it is. It's an infinity cube, something like that. Not too many parts, mostly the NeoPixel strip and the ItsyBitsy board, which are both in stock. Now, the mini skinny NeoPixel strip comes in different sizes, lengths.
Check the stream. I think it just went down.
Which one? It says it's going.
Oh.
Yeah, we're live on Facebook.
Oh, there it goes. That's weird. It went back up.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, just refresh the stream.
Okay. So, lots of different lengths of NeoPixel mini skinnies. There's only $17 for 1 meter, which is 30 of them. For this project, I think we need like 60 of them, or 70, something like that. So you might want to go with either 2 meters, which is out of stock, or 3 meters. So we have options there. But this is a mini skinny NeoPixel strip, so it's like 5 millimeters in the width of the strip, as opposed to a 10 millimeter, which is the normal NeoPixel strip that's not skinny. Okay.
Yanni says Cubetron.
Cubetron. That would have been a nice coupon code. I'll ask Yanni next time. So those are in stock, and the ItsyBitsy is in stock while supplies last. It might not be in stock too much longer. I just refreshed it now. It says 24 in stock. These are really nice.
Brand new.
Yeah, it's really, really speedy. and it's got RAM, it's got Bluetooth. It's really nice, and it runs CircuitPython. Let's take a look at the overhead and kind of chat about the cubes. So infinity cubes, these are really neat. We got inspired by a project on Instructables by Thomas J152, who posted this up sometime, like literally on like Christmas Day, which is really cool. Instructables tweeted out. Lamar saw it and was like, hey, that'd be really cool to have one of these in the Learn system. Why don't you guys make one? So Pedro made it. So he made it, he actually printed Thomas's version, which is this cube here. It's kind of like a special print that prints in one piece, and it has like built-in support materials and stuff. So you tried printing that out. It unfortunately kept failing, so you just printed it with this like this massive overhang that people are like going gaga over on Twitter because it's like, how did you do this overhang? So that's the frame. The acrylic pieces are interesting here because the acrylic panel is like, the sheet of acrylic is already tinted. That saved us like a good, I don't know, an hour or something of trial and error. So this sheet of acrylic you can get on Amazon. It's 1 millimeter thick, so it's pretty easy to score and cut and snap apart. There are some caveats with this. You want to fix that overhead if you want. Yeah. It's like all whack. There you go. I forgot to set it up for you.
Yeah, so on the Instructable, he was showing how to apply the sheets that you can add to any sort of acrylic. I wanted to skip that step and see if this thin acrylic would actually be able to be cut without a scoring tool, since I don't know what happened to ours.
Yeah, we lost ours.
So nice, easy way to cut with just a hobby knife. So you just add a couple scores in there, you can just break it apart. Super easy, and the only downfall of this is it's a little bit warped. So we go through, as we go through the Learn Guide, we'll show you how to actually make sure that we use this warp to our advantage. Yeah,
it's not too warped. It's just, you know, the reflections are a tiny bit warped. So in order to get a really good effect, you kind of have to be wary of your reflections inside the cube. So if we look at this overhead, you can see we got a little bit of warp there. You can see it there. And there's my face there. As you can see, I'm kind of warped a little slightly. It doesn't...
Looks like a magic mirror.
So it distorts it a little bit. Yeah, it kind of looks like a magic mirror because it's warped. There's another panel. Not so bad. So let's go ahead and plug it in. So yeah, I wanted to remake the frame because I already had a kind of polycube. So I designed it in Fusion 360, and I just added some more features so that it'd be like this hollow frame. It splits apart, so there's no support material needed. You just print this piece like that, and these pieces like that. The frame has these little holes, and the bottom half, or maybe the top half, has these little posts. They're about 2 millimeters in diameter, so they're not too small. I don't think you can go any smaller than that. Or I should say like 2.5, whatever. So these snap in like that, and you probably want to add some super glue. And then these right here, these little ledges here, allow the acrylic panel to snap in there. You probably want to add some glue, some hot glue, or some E6000, or even some acrylic cement so that it's cemented in there. Yeah, let's see what else about the cube. There's a hole here for the wiring to pass through. And what we did was we actually did one last edit before like publishing the files.
After we had already published the video.
We've already did the video. We added this this nice groove inside here so that there is more flat surface for the NeoPixel strip to adhere to. So there's just more kind of surfaces to adhere to it.
It gives you more space to actually bend the strip inside there.
Yeah,
it holds a little bit more
so you can get better corners. So let's go ahead and power it on. The ItsyBitsy's inside the little snap fit case. So the case is like this hexagonal case that snap fits. There's a little slot there, and you have access to the USB port. There's no charging circuit or battery in there because it just doesn't make sense. It's more of a lamp, so you want to plug it into a USB battery or your computer's USB hub. I like these, but we also sell these right here. What's the capacity on this one? It says 55,000. So this one's pretty nice.
This one's
22, which is also nice. Take your pick. One costs more than the other. Whew. So there it is. So you can see there, the corners are a little bit more like rounded, like inside. You see that? And then if you want to power that one on, you can see that that one has, because of these these edges here, I think it looks better in Thomas's version.
Yeah, the grooves allow the,
get these
the
nice
strip
corners.
to go all the way into the corners. You can see it a little bit more better there. And because we ran out of the black NeoPixel strip, the silk screen on it is black on this one. It looks a little bit more better, I think, with the black PCB on there. You can see this one's white. You can see the strip a little bit more pronounced on that one. Yeah, we ran out.
Another thing is like mine is a little bit smaller. Because of that, less NeoPixels. There's more. There's like 5 more in there, which I don't know.
It's for the corners.
Yeah, so you could go with like a medium density, a high density, whatever you like.
Ooh.
It's up to you. Really cool thing about it is we are using the Bluetooth LE app, Adafruit's Bluetooth app for iOS and Android. So you can connect to your ItsyBitsy board and trigger some different animations. So I have 2 of them here, CircuitPy. You can actually change these. We have example code on how to do that, because right now I can't tell which one's which, but it doesn't matter. So I'll connect to this one, and then we can hit up the controller and then the control pad. And then from here you can use the left button to kind of switch the animations. We only have 2 of them right now, but you can add more if you'd like. Change it up again. It's a really neat kind of trailing effect and this kind of sparkle effect. The code setup so that you can adjust the color, like the size of the tail length of the comet, and a couple different things in the sparkle animation, like speed and color. It's really nice. There's some built-in colors, color helpers, so you can just literally say teal or green or blue or red, and it'll just do it, so you don't need to do the hex color. You can, of course, but the library takes care of it for you, which is nice. So there's the Infinity Cube demo.
Yeah, so one of the things we wanted to do was simplify the process. So instead of cutting all the strips of the LEDs, we are actually just laying it across the frame on the inside, and it's sort of just wrapping around the cube shape of both sides of this, and then we're just adding little branches, like sort of strips to the main strip instead of cutting all the pieces. And because of that, it's not super straight. You can tell it's more pronounced in this one because of the grooves that are not in the old design, but they do come out a little bit more straight once you add that groove in there.
Yeah, so you can whichever one you'd like. You can print this one, or you can print Thomas's version. The stand works with both of them. We just hot glued it to the cover. The cover still snap fits open away from the thing, so you can always get the board out if you need to. But yeah, it's just 3 wired connections, voltage, ground, and data, and you got your NeoPixel strip. Obviously, you got more to connect the strips together, but the majority of it's there. Cool.
Yeah, like you were saying, the other addition we wanted to do was make sure that the panels also, we have a template for these, so since a lot of these tutorials, they don't really want you to, they don't provide all the materials to build your own,
That's extra stuff, the template. So let's go ahead and jump into the Learn Guide, and we'll kind of walk through it real quick. So the homepage just covers the main parts that we're using. The mirrored acrylic is linked here. It's on Amazon. We got a little affiliate link there for you.
And they come in different sizes and thicknesses. We went with the smallest and the thinnest, just so you could use a regular hobby knife to split these apart.
What? They have a scratch-resistant one?
I didn't see that.
That's new. Huh. Cool. Well, take your pick. But yeah, these are nice. You can get them thicker if you have access to a laser cutter or some sort of machine that can cut it better. Probably go with a thicker one because the case accommodates for like a 3 millimeter thick panel, so it should be pretty good. If you're doing a 1/8, what is it? A 1/8? Yeah, I think a 1/8 inch is 3.17 millimeters, of course. So yeah, the case accommodates for that, which is like your standard thickness for acrylic. Pretty cool. It's really neat. This stuff's pretty neat. We haven't played with this. This is the first time we've ever played with a mirrored acrylic, see-through mirrored acrylic. And it's nice that it's already on there, because then you don't have to add that step of adding the film, which is a little bit tedious. All right, continuing on, I'll page your chats and stuff. We'll hit up the circuit diagram. It's pretty simple. We got 3 connections there, and then a second strip here, just showing you how you can add a second strip, daisy chain them together. The ItsyBitsy board has a special NeoPixel pin. It's called pin number 5. It has a little exclamation point. And that one is, I think it's specially designed to drive NeoPixels. So if you're using the ItsyBitsy, always go with pin number 5. because it'll give you that extra oomph that your NeoPixels need because they are very hungry. Okay, and voltage, instead of wiring it into BAT or USB, we're wiring it into VHI voltage. That way, whether you're powering it off a battery or USB, it'll always switch to the one that has the most yummy voltage, the most yummy current. So that's why we wire it there. So that's one of the best ways to wire up a NeoPixel strip to your ItsyBitsy board. Ground, VHI, and pin number 5. USB power, you can power the guy off 5 volts, the ItsyBitsy board off a USB power, either from your computer or a 5-volt wall adapter. Cool. So for 3D printing, we got the parts out there on Prusa printers, on Thingiverse, and some other places too, like Cults 3D. So it's just these 4 files. They're named and they're already oriented to print as is. Again, they don't need any supports, so that's really nice. And let's see, the case doesn't need any screws. I have these little tabs that will keep the PCB in place. You just insert it at an angle and it'll snap press in there. And then you have your little spot for USB on the side there. That's neat. The cube itself, story about the cube is this is pretty much like the same structure that I used for our timekeeping cube. That was our project that we collaborated with Brent, who's on the Adafruit IO team. And it was a little cube that had a prop maker feather wing and an M4, I believe. And you would rotate it in different orientations, and it would connect to a Google Sheets spreadsheet, and it would track what time, and you could keep track of whatever time each panel had its own time thing. Check it out, it's pretty neat. So I took that design and I just made it so it's a frame, and instead of having these like snap fit panels, well, like this one has snap fit panels too. Anyway, the designs out there, like the CAD, the step files out there if you want to use some other modeling package. But I originally made it in Fusion 360, and it's already set up with user parameters, which is nice. So if you want to make a really big one or a really small one, check it out. The recipe is, I think, pretty good. The ItsyBitsy board is available to download as a 3D model. We have it on our Adafruit GitHub CAD parts repo. So check it out. I just put that up there in the morning because I need to do that. It has all the components on the bottom, so you can see, you gotta be a little bit where you're placing your PCB if you're making an enclosure for it. So this one has all the components on there, so you know exactly if something's gonna hit it or not. When it comes to slicing, we have some preset slice settings here. Again, they're already oriented to print as is, so you probably don't need any supports. Yeah, we printed it on PLA on the Acrylic CR10S and the Acrylic CR10S Pro. So we printed those out there with 10% gyroid infill, just a 0.2 layer height. It takes about 6 hours to print the frame.
It's the only downfall of this.
Yeah, how is it a downfall?
Just so long.
It didn't take 24 hours. It only took like, you know, like 8 or 9. So it's not too bad. So if you want to make it smaller, you can. Just, you know, you'll have to use less pixels. So that's really the 3D printing page. Yeah, all the CAD files, not just STLs, but the step and the original Fusion 360 files are out there for all the things. Yeah. You want to set up the ItsyBitsy board with the latest version of CircuitPython, and CircuitPython got an update. So the website got an update. So you go to circuitpython.org, you can see we got the latest design here. It looks really nice. Got a nice hero image of some projects, and it just kind of breaks down all the awesome things about CircuitPython. So you can go to downloads page, search for your board manually, or just type it in. ItsyBitsy. There it is. Hey, it got the new image up there. So you can get the latest beta version, which is CircuitPython 5 Beta 3. So check that out. We also have some different languages as well. Cool. So this page will walk you through installing it up. You want to make sure you got the latest version, and then you can install your libraries. This one is using the NeoPixel library, the DotStar library, and then the two Bluefruit Connect and the BLE library, and then the new Adafruit LED animation library. So that's a nice little screenshot to show you what your CircuitPy drive should look like after you have installed the latest version of CircuitPython with the UF2 file. And then the code here is on GitHub, so you can check it out, download it, tweak it. It's got comments on it, so you can update all the things. Set up for the comment animation, set up the sparkle animation. You can update your NeoPixel strip if you have it on a different pen, we're using a different board, and then here's where you can set up your animation groups, which is really nice. And then if you want to say you want to go with the up button or a different button on the app, on the controller app with the Bluefruit, you can change that here, and they're all commented as well. So you can pick whichever, you can adjust whatever button you'd like. That's really it in a nutshell. I also have another page on how to use the Bluefruit app. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I have it listed out here too, just where to tap on your app to get to it. But once you have the code running, it'll just start advertising every time you power it on. So you can connect to it with either the iOS app or the Android app. All right, and then we're going to go down into the assembly. The first thing to set up is really, I guess, the cube, like adding those two pieces together. I would suggest using super glue as opposed to hot glue because you can get some squeeze out and a little bit of gap.
Yeah, I did leave a gap on there because of it.
Yeah, so you want to use some super glue, which is nice.
Just be careful with the hazing, so apply it to the inside of the frame.
Right. Maybe just, yeah, exactly. And then clamp it down or something. Okay, so the NeoPixel strip, they all come with these pre-wires. You want to cut those off and get rid of the sheathing. You say exactly how long the strip needs to be, or is this the cable? Okay, the ribbon cable.
Yeah. So we like using the silicone-coated ribbon cables because they're all nicely bundled together, and they are sized. The holes are sized to fit these ribbon cables. But you can use any. I think what is it, 28 gauge or
28.
3 gauge, 28 gauge.
Yep.
And yeah, 120 millimeters is just long enough so it can coil inside of the case after you're done soldering those guys up. And then we're going to lay it on the inside of the frame. I also tell you how long the NeoPixel strips need to be. It's about 65 pixels or 70 pixels if you're using the updated design. And those are going to lay up. Well, first we need to remove the sheathing that's on there because the glue isn't going to adhere to the silicone on there. So we're going to thread those through the hole and then sort of lay out the NeoPixel strip in sort of a square shape, and then have that routed around to the opposite side, and then trace that square out again.
Yeah, so you're kind of forming it. Yeah, the PCB is flexible, but it'll kind of retain corners and bends. So it's nice.
You can kind of see there in the picture because of the old design how how I bent it right where the NeoPixels are. You'll probably want to bend it right where each solder pad is with the updated design. Okay. So we'll hot glue each section so we can move on to the next sort of like frame around it as we're laying out the strip. And then a quick tip on speeding up the adhering of the hot glue. We can use compressed air. If we turn it upside down, the can, you'll have that cold liquid that comes out of there, and that'll help
Insta-freeze.
Instantly freeze.
Your dabs of glue.
Yeah, that'll help immensely in laying everything out.
Yeah, you need to quickly tack it on there so you can keep forming it and going around all the edges.
Exactly. Once you trace out both of the square shapes inside of the frame, we're going to cut the axis off, and it should be about 18 pixels left on there, and we're going to chop those up into 3 more 6 pixel long strips, and those are going to be the extra like branches that are going to go onto the remaining frame of the cube.
Yeah.
And the way that I'm attaching this instead of cutting the strip is simply by soldering the back pad. If you click on that image there, you can see. And again, tip, when you are looking at the Learn Guide, you can blow up the photo, or like, what is it, 4K photos. You can zoom up on there. You can see how I am tinning the back of the NeoPixel strip there.
Oh boy, be careful not to melt the plastic here.
It's actually a lot more further than what the angle of that picture looks like.
Right. Okay.
So you can slightly bend that NeoPixel strip back once it's already hot glued in place. And then you can tin those up and then attach another set of the silicone coated ribbon wires, and those are going to attach right on there. Just make sure that your all of your pads are correctly aligned.
Oh, right. You can bodge those up.
Yeah.
Don't bodge those up.
So definitely use like tweezers to hold everything in place while you're soldering the quote-unquote
Requires
branches.
some finesse here, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't build this, by the way, guys. Pedro did this. just to say, like, I actually don't have experience doing the strips, so.
And so once you have those soldered up, because it is silicone-coated wires, you are able to easily flip those over so you can attach it to the remaining 3 sides of the cube.
Should I make one of these bigger? Which one?
Probably the first one there.
One.
So you can see how that is being bent or flexed. You can see that easily flexes over like that.
Yeah, the ribbon cable, the silicone ribbon cable is nice.
And then these hide behind the main strip that's aligning the whole cube, or frame.
So there we go.
So do that. We'll repeat that with the other 2, and you should have a fully
wrapped cube.
Exactly.
Fully strip wrapped.
As you can see here, you can hide all of the cables right behind the main strip.
There you go. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you won't get any shorts because there's no pads on the back of the exactly where that pixel is. So if you're doing a more higher dense pixel, you're going to do it a little bit differently, but it's pretty much you can do it the same way, where you're just wrapping around, and whatever's left over, you want to add those additional branches of strips.
Yanni's saying it's a tesseract.
Yeah, man.
So moving on to attaching the ItsyBitsy, you want to make sure that we test this out, make sure that there's no shorts on there.
Yeah, because we had a short. And I was like, oh no.
Make sure all the strips are attached.
Hey, though, it's good to note that the ItsyBitsy board does have protection diode, voltage protection. So if you plug it in, it just won't turn on. It's just like, nope, I'm not going to power it, so it'll blow up if I do.
Yep.
So thankfully, I plugged it in the computer. Even the computer was like, hey, this USB is drawing so much voltage.
Yeah, and I had just had the grounds and the power completely flipped.
Right, and that's normally what will trigger that protection diode. So diode protector of circuits, save the day.
Moving on to creating tracing out your templates of the acrylic.
Hey, I did this. So this is my section. Yeah, so I made a little paper template. Be careful scoring. Did you write that? I didn't write that. Maybe Lamar wrote that.
Someone did.
Someone, yeah, I think Lamar. Thank you, Lamar. Be careful in scoring. Yeah, I actually had an accident where I cut my finger really bad with it. Anyway, don't do that, so be very careful. So the acrylic paper template is sized for an 8x11 sheet of paper. So you can print out the PDF. It's vector. You can adjust it as well. And if that doesn't work out for you, scaling or something isn't right, I note that the panel should be 89 millimeters by 89 millimeters. And something about the top and the bottom, because the way they're printed in their orientation of printing, those need to be a little bit smaller, like just a 1 millimeter smaller on the X and Y. So you're looking at 88 millimeters by 88 millimeters for those top and bottom sections, just those sections. The rest of the 4 sides, those can be 89 by 89. You want to have a little bit of wiggle room so that you can add the glue and stuff. So yeah, you can print that PDF out. And one little tip here is to actually measure out your printed template and make sure they actually do measure out to 89 and 88 so that you know the scaling is correct. I've had a lot of times where I print out a template and the template's too big or too small. And I should have checked that scaling, but that's the tip. Check out the scaling. So ideally you want to use an acrylic scoring tool. We misplaced ours, so we had to do the next best thing, which is a hobby knife, an X-Acto blade. So you just score it like maybe 10 times, at whatever pressure, and then because it's a millimeter thick, you'll have enough to just be able to snap it in half. It's got protective layering on the back and the front, so when you snap it, you got to cut it again to make sure you cut that back. I actually peeled it off, and you're like, no, don't do that, because I was going to scratch it up really easily. So make sure you keep both layers of protection on until you're about to actually glue it into place. So here I have a picture of the top and the bottom one. So I actually wrote on them TB, so I know which one's the top and the bottom panels that are a little bit smaller, because it's hard to tell, because it's a smidge smaller. So yeah, so once you get those cut up, label them if you need to. And then we're wearing latex natural light gloves, or whatever they're called, gloves. That way we don't get any fingerprints on them, because it is a pain to clean every single corner, and there's lots of smudges on it. So definitely get yourself a pair of gloves when you're installing your panels. Testing out the panels, here's a good image of what it looks like when the acrylic is bulging outwards, when it's convex, so it's like bulging out This is what it looks like. Wait, not that one. This one. It's like not
It
really
completely
tunnely.
kills the effect.
Yeah, because it's bulging out.
So you definitely want to make sure that these are aligned properly.
Unless you want that effect.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you want that effect. So it should look like this, where it's tunnely. I don't know what.
Start closing those other
ones.
ones.
Yeah, I gotta start closing these other ones. I have to right click.
You get the idea.
You get the
It
idea.
looks like a tunnel effect. The other
Yeah.
one does not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, it's a little warped, but very slight. So there you go. Okay, so convex versus concave.
And that's happening because of the thinness of the acrylic
Yeah.
panels.
Yeah, that's the drawback with these thin acrylic panels. Okay.
So once you have those and you figured out which side they're supposed to go on, you can move on to actually attaching these. These actually snap fit on, but to have them, permanently on there so they don't just fall out and we don't have too much distortion. This is what it looks like when they just snap fit in, so these can easily pop out. You do have a little bit of distortion on them though, so we want to eliminate that and cut them a little bit smaller so we could hot glue those on there, but that's whatever preference you want to do there.
Yeesh.
So we're just using dabs of glue on the inside. You want to be careful not to have any of the little oozing stringiness from the hot glue get on any of the panels, because it's going to be, it pretty much like melts on there and it's almost impossible to remove from there. So just be super careful with that.
I have a tip on applying the glue. So when I'm applying the glue, what I like to do is I like to add the glue and then pick up just a little bit off, like maybe an inch away from where I apply the glue. That way the string has a little bit of time to cool. So I'll blow on it and then let that kind of droop down, and then I'll pull it away, and then you have less string, I think. I don't know if
the thing that I do is lay it on there and then rest it against the material and then pull it away this way, so I can just grab the little oozing string away from it.
Okay, that's another cool tip too. Let's try that. But whichever, maybe you have a tip, let us know. So applying glue. All right, so the base doesn't have really a snap fit. There's not much surface area, so that's why we're applying glue all around the perimeter there on the wire, and then the cover gets pasted. It gets pressed on there.
Before that, before you put on the last panel on there, if you are gluing, make sure that there's no strings on the inside as well. So,
oh boy, yeah, because then you can get in there.
Yeah, so we actually built this while the lights were on, so we could see all of the effect
tip.
Of the whole cube to make sure that it's uniform, and that we're not getting any distortion like that.
Yeah, or there's any scuffs or smudges, smidges, a smidge of a smudge.
So after that, the lid part of the case slides right onto the wire.
Yeah, there's a little slit there so that you can pass the cable in and out. You don't have to thread it. That's nice. It doesn't affect the stability of it at all. And then it actually makes the snap fit easier, because then you don't have every edge that's clicking, clamping it together.
Yep. Once your lid is fully adhered to the corner of the frame there, then we can move on to actually mounting the ItsyBitsy to the base part. And you just have it at an angle, it'll snap fit into place. Just make sure that you align the USB port with the hole.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much it.
Well, you can connect it with whatever USB cable. Hole's big enough for all cables, so it works
Should be, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this cable also, so if you have another ItsyBitsy project, it will fit with any ItsyBitsy because they all have the same footprint.
Yeah.
This one's just special because it makes sure that the standoffs don't get in the way of the bottom components that are on the bottom of the PCB.
You might as well say a smidge is 1/10 of a smudge. That's pretty much it. You can hook this up to IoT, get some alerts when you get Twitter messages or something. Cool. So definitely a nice little way to add some sort of a notification to any of your IoT projects.
That'd be cool.
Not just a cool little desk toy or a little illuminating animation thing. You can have this be a little bit more useful than what we're showing here.
Sweet. Let's see, what else do I have? Any interesting insights? Yeah, so big shout out to Thomas J152, who posted his make on Unstructables. A lot more NeoPixels.
Yeah.
Every corner has a little bit of joints. And You can print it out. This is how he printed his out.
I tried that. It did not work on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He tried it
Maybe
several
I'll have
times.
more luck.
Yeah, maybe I'll have more luck. And there's a little bit of wiring diagram. We couldn't quite decipher exactly how.
Yeah, I couldn't follow that.
We were trying to kind of do it the same, but we figured it'd be easier if we just kind of wrap it around in there. So you can walk through his tutorial as well. We have it linked in all the places because that's how we roll. We like to give credit for the inspirations.
Excellent build that he did there.
Yeah. Don't forget, you could also pick up the mirrored acrylic if you want to do some cool tests. Great way to make a smart mirror too.
Yeah, that's actually one of the top things that everybody was commenting that they used this material for was the smart mirror projects.
Yeah. Reviewers like to post their pictures of their projects.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good pictures down there if you scroll.
Oh, that's cool.
And that is the.
Imagine a Pi Portal's mirror.
Yes, cool. We did get a couple more, just in case they want more.
Oh, and you could put it on your screen, on your monitor itself. That's neat. That way you have like a private monitor thing when it's off.
Lots of really cool use cases for this.
Yeah, man. Here's a two-way mirror.
And like we were saying before, they do come in different thicknesses and sizes.
Yes. Yeah. Tempered glass?
Ooh, but how are we going to cut that though?
Yeah,
With a glass cutter?
Include installation. What? Okay.
DV saying that he tried with supports and it worked okay.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I was looking into adding the supports, but the increased time.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, we ran out of time with this project.
I almost didn't do this cube, but I got some cycles and I got it in there. Cool. Yeah, so that's the project. Let us know if you built one, and
yeah, definitely
if you
tag
pick
us.
Up the stuff, some strips. Tunnel View is the coupon code.
Yeah, the black silk screen version of the NeoPixel should be back in stock, so you can definitely pick those up. You can see the differences between it. You'll see the light's a little bit more better. You won't see the strip as much.
Ooh.
And I kind of like the smaller battery better because it comes with this smaller USB cable. Take note though that this USB cable is not data, it's just power. Right. So if you get one of these and you're trying to program it with that, it's not going to work. I definitely recommend the reversible USB cable that we have in the store.
Yeah. I forgot, the corners on mine have like hexagons.
That
was a little extra magic I had to do in Fusion to do that. This one's a triangle. Mine's a hexagon. That's why the base is a hexagon.
There it is.
Yeah.
Super
and mine's
cool.
chunkier in terms of like the thickness.
All right, let's go ahead and move on into prototyping because we got more Infinity projects.
Not more Infinity cubes. We have an Infinity coaster. So this one's a little bit different. This is an acrylic disc, and it is not pre-mirrored. So I had to apply the mirror, so you can see I have a little dot right there, which is a dust mark. But anyway, it snap fits together. So that's the film. I have 2 pieces of acrylic discs. They're 4 inches in diameter. I forget how many millimeters that is, but it's using kind of the same circuit. Let's turn it on. Got the slide switch right. Where the heck am I? I got the slide switch right here. So flip that on. This is all open. I got the 500 milliamp battery, so it is portable. This is what it looks like. The brightness is really low right now because I was testing it, but it's just running your strand test, the standard NeoPixel strand test. There's my face. Hi. And yeah, it's supposed to be a coaster. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, so a mini skinny strip as well. This is the high density mini skinny strips. I think it's like 43 NeoPixels in there. I think I have one that I could probably add in there. Let's see what else. It snap fits together, no supports, kind of standard. This pops open like that. You can see here, there's the actual back side of the mirror, front side of the mirror. So there's 2 acrylic discs. That's how you get this effect. There's our ItsyBitsy NRF52. This one though has the LiPo backpack, so that we can have it portable, and we can recharge the LiPo battery, which is our 500 milliamp LiPo battery. We can charge it over USB. Let's see. And it's got all these snap fits over here. And that's pretty much it, yeah.
I would recommend this with hot liquids, so you don't have any condensation building up there. So
that's funny.
I don't think we have any parts to...
I would not recommend hot because in the film, this is the film, by the way. this stuff. It has instructions how to apply it. You have to make your own soapy water.
Yeah, this one's a little bit more tough
concoction.
to set
It
up.
is. It took me like 3 tries to get like a pretty okay application. Yeah, application. So yeah, you gotta make your own water. What was I gonna say about? Oh yeah, it says to remove it, use like a hot air gun. So I'm guessing that'll help the adhesive peel out. So
Okay.
if you don't want that,
Oh.
yeah. So maybe not a hot drink. What were you saying? A hot drink to
Well,
avoid condensation?
Yeah, from a cold drink, so like any liquid pulling up on it, flying over into the electronics.
Toaster. I wouldn't actually use it as a coaster.
Maybe just be like a vanity mirror by your computer.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a really cool build. It shows
It's neat.
how to make these portable, a little bit more easier to hide since there's, not a strip on all sides.
Right. So it is easier in terms of the wiring it up, kind of.
So we'll show the rest of that next week.
Yeah. It doesn't stand up. Sorry.
Well, maybe you can add like a little hook thing on
Oh, to the back.
the
I mean,
back.
there's a lot of room in the back, so yeah,
Yeah.
you can totally do that.
Maybe right there, or
Yeah.
probably one of these.
Somewhere over here. I just added these openings so they wouldn't have to spend 2 hours printing a flat surface. Just saves you like an hour printing. You have all these openings. That's my print tip.
Cool.
Yeah. So
So-
that'll be next week.
That'll be next week. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's Community Makes.
Do we have shop talk? What was it in the?
I don't believe we do.
Scroll real quick to the notes. Where
Shop
were
talk.
Shop talk.
Oh,
new
new
CircuitPython
CircuitPython?
website. I talked about that. The NRF52. That is in stock still. We have.
I think someone just said that they're out.
Oh.
DV says
Sorry.
ItsyBitsies are gone.
Maybe I shouldn't have sent that tweet in the morning.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, my tweet was like, they're in stock. And it's like, yeah, for 5 minutes. So we have the 3D model, if you'd like that. That's a free download. Check that out.
Oh no, it says 20 are in stock.
Okay, we'll double check, so you can get your limited quantity.
Yeah, really awesome board. Lots of pins, brand new.
Yep.
So
And
we're
there's
still
a
getting like
new-
the fritz and all that out. So
Yes,
there
that's
should be
true.
a guide on this release sometime
Right.
today or this week.
Correct.
Katney is working hard on this one.
Yep.
Sounds really cool.
And then we have an update to the clue board. Oh, I'm so happy to talk about it. So this has a new, it has some new components. It's been reworked. We have a nice silk screen by Phil B. Paint Your Dragon. So we made this really nice, cool silk screen. The new components is that we have 2 new SMD LEDs that are in the front of the light gesture proximity sensor. I guess that's for helping lighting what you're sensing. I'm not sure. We'll hear tonight Lamar talk about it. Let's see what else was added. A new speaker, a new buzzer. It's a 5mm footprint, and it is one that I haven't seen in any products before, so I had to draw that one. That's a new component. Let's see what else is new. There's a new magnetometer. I think there was a mic before. I don't know. Lamar will talk about it, but here's the model. I'm not going to release it yet until the board is actually out there, but this is Rev C. And yeah, it's just new stuff. We got rid of that SWD debugger header, and that left a lot of room for that nice buzzer, that speaker buzzer. So there we go. Yeah, good
really
work, team.
awesome platforms
Like
coming down the
thumbprints.
pipeline.
Thumbprints look really cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. And I like the whole clue theming of it with the shoe prints, like dusting
Yeah.
the fingerprints. It's so cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Great, awesome.
All right, and another thing. Last week we talked about snap fits for the circular
ornament.
cases
for the ornament, yeah.
and spheres. So I took some time and I put together this layer tutorial. You can check out the links in the description of this video on YouTube, or you can just check out our playlist, our layer by layer playlist. And this is just a clip of it. I set this up with user parameters, and I'm showing how you can update all of the values and make it super huge. So I make this small little 90 diameter ornament, and I explode it to a 300mm diameter, and it actually works because that's how I built the big jumbo one that we did for the holidays. So I think I got the recipe down for this one for cooking up some nice snap fits for spheres and circular, cylindrical stuff. So check it out.
Spherical.
Yeah, lots of little extra bits in there. So that's the layer by layer, and yeah, we'll do some more. let's see, I'm looking at my notes while the coupon code stays up there. I think it's time for Community Makes. This week, Razor Crest. Razor Crest.
As everybody has spoken, everybody loves Mandalorian, and this super cool
Spaceship?
sculpt of his spaceship. Look how detailed this is. So awesome.
Oh, let's go to the overhead.
Oh, yeah, you can finish that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this was designed by Andrew over at Thingiverse. Really cool job there, making a lot of the recent Timelapse Tuesday prints that we've been doing. This one's no exception. It is so cool. It even has the landing gear on it. Look at all the tiny little details on like the engine and little guns and all that.
Yeah, it looks really great.
This thing is awesome.
The filament is that silky PLA, silky silver, I believe it's called.
Yeah, trying to emulate the reflective, shiny look of what it looks like on the in the video or in the series.
Yeah, it looks cool. These turn bites look really nice.
We jump over to the overhead.
Yeah.
You see all the tiny little details on this guy.
There it is. So you printed
An
in two
amazing
pieces?
job. Yeah, two pieces that are glued together. I used a pan of ice to hold the pieces together while the glue adhered. And then the legs, I actually didn't glue these in yet. They're just tacked in there.
Oh, yeah?
I don't want to break it, but yeah, you can kind of see the tack on there.
I heard it crack.
And these are printed separately and then just adhered on there. Same thing with this little foot here. But yeah, awesome job in making all the final details on there. Really stands out, makes it look amazing.
What a nice filament, too.
Yeah, the shiny, or the silk shiny,
Yeah.
does an excellent job of recreating the material that it looks like in the video.
Good price, too. It's like $20.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how cheap it is. Looks really good, prints excellent, and
Printed it on the CR10.
Yeah, CR10S Pro. Nothing special with the settings for this, just run-of-the-mill PLA settings.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So shout out to you, Sir Andrew, for posting up your thing on Thingiverse.
It's so
So
detailed.
you can check it out.
Teeny tiny.
Oh, this looks like it's glitter.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
glitter stuff from. Oh, and a
And
resin.
a resin print of
That
it.
looks
Wow.
dope. Yeah.
Oh,
So check it out.
I didn't see that.
Andrew Aaskedall has some really sweet designs too. So check
Yeah,
them
check out all the
He's got a bunch
designs.
of cool stuff. He did Cybertruck as well.
Yeah, we did the side truck from that.
Giant T-Rex, small.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Eating her head. Very cool. All right, and we have some more community makes, so let's jump through those. Thank you, folks, for posting your makes. So we're going to share them here. The LED sand toy, physics
so
toy.
fun.
So this was posted up by Wayne Neo. He made a couple of them. It says, printed and follow the guide. Brilliant little project. The kids
Yes,
love them. Thanks,
they
guys.
love these so much.
Yeah, Acrylic See CR10S. Yeah, these are super fun. Really nice digital sand. He printed all of them.
Wow.
All of the things.
Yeah, this one was super fun and tried to figure out how to add that little rolling effect for the
Yeah,
sand
that's
to
right.
Randomly roll around.
Yeah,
That
very
was
fun
super cool.
project. Okay, we got another Guardian sword.
Every
from
Link
Zelda.
fan's favorite build to
Yeah.
make.
This was cool. So person here, RB3D, made like a let's build video. It's in a different language. I'm not sure what the language is, but if you know, let us know. I don't want to get killed. Not killed, but flagged or whatever. It looks great. I mean, this thing is amazing.
Excellent.
So he walks through like all the things, like printing it, sanding it, putting together electronics, wiring it up, and coding it as well. So very, very cool. Shout out to RB3D for posting up his make. He just did
This one always makes me happy.
You can see in his face when he first turns it on, he's like, oh, this is freaking awesome. This totally was worth all the effort. So,
And you can check out all the
awesome.
makes on there. Everybody loves cosplaying with this one. It definitely
It's so
completes the theme.
Yeah, this is super bright glowing sword.
So definitely
Okay.
keep tagging us in the makes of these. These always
these are
make me
great.
so happy.
Yeah.
Especially since this was one of the projects where it was like, nobody's going to care about this. And wow, everybody
care
makes
about
this.
Yeah. And then Cappy's eyes. Let me read through it real quick. Loved the idea, wanted to make his own, reshaped them, made it a little bit bigger. Had some things about the needle and thread. Made the slots a little bit smaller. Yeah, so you can see Dai1 posted his make and his remix here. So they're bigger And yeah, so if you want to make yourself a Mario Cappy hat with real eyes, yeah, printed on the i3 MK3 from Prusa. Very nice. So check this out. And the last one I want to highlight is from Jay on Twitter, who posted this up. This is her PyPortal, and she has it set up in her
That looks so
very
cool.
nice lab, her hacker lab here.
The
with all
theming of all this looks so cool.
It looks so dope. Reality hack. That's so dope, man.
Wow.
There it is. This is the, is it the, yeah, the original PyPortal, classic
So cool.
portal. It's very, very cool. Shout out to you, Jay, for sharing that. That's very, very sweet. And that's all the community makes. If you folks like to share projects, you can hit us up on any of the social channels.
Discord,
or on
post it as Make on Thingiverse, or at us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Quickly going through the Discord chat, Devo is asking if we can include the exact filament used, like the one from last week's Mac series. I really wish we could.
The company went under. They don't do it anymore. So I found some new film. Yeah, we'll try to do it.
It didn't actually. Did it match?
I
remember it
had
matching.
time to print it. I had to print these cubes.
Yeah,
So anyway,
we searched high and low for
filaments. Are like, if you have, like I'm saying, like if you get that filament, there's no guarantee that they'll be around or that they'll have stock. Like it's tough to get.
Even between the exact same filament
pigment
supplier,
changes?
the pigment changes on
Well,
it.
not that much, but
Enough
it's
so
just
you can
sad that,
notice
like,
it.
So this was from Melt Inc. 3D, and their website's gone. Right? Yeah, there's a couple of spools left on, but they're not the same color on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think
When you type in light gray, it's like a completely different color. It's like a little bit more blue.
I got to get on that then.
Because this isn't the last time
I got it from
we're gonna
Matter
have to make.
Hackers. Yeah, I say go to Matter Hackers and check their stock out. They have so many good colors. I got one from Pantone. You know the Pantone company. They actually make filament too, and they have this cool gray that I purchased it and I have it, but I don't have time to print it. So I gotta set it up.
Yeah, Devo's saying that. The color was perfect.
I know it was. It also
We're
looks
gonna
great
be
in black.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so sad when we run out of that filament and we
know.
have to do another retro type
we're like,
project. Then it's not gonna look the same.
It looks pretty close. The Pantone gray. It's from Matter Hackers. Should I pull it up? Or are we out of time?
No, still got about 8
right.
minutes left.
Yeah, just go to Matter Hackers and type in gray. I think it's just regular PLA. And okay, maybe the search isn't as good as I thought.
Yeah, that's.
Did I spell gray wrong?
Cool gray.
It's from Pantone. Yeah, Fiber Force Pantone is what they call it. Here it is.
But then again,
that's PET G? PLA? What? They have PET G PLA? But anyway, this is, I think, what I got. Yeah, see that Pantone color? They have like a
Did
real
you even
Pantone.
open it yet?
No.
Maybe put them in there.
No.
Where's the package? You can quickly see.
Here? It's probably over there in that big.
Let me try searching.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is a really cool color. That
Yeah, not a
definitely
bad price, 35
completes
bucks.
the theme.
Wait, in stock, Jan 17. Pre-order availability. What, did I get the last spool?
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Oh, man.
What's PPG? I've heard of PET-G, but not.
Is this it? Fiber Force, is that what it was?
Yeah. Fiber Force Pantone.
Hey.
It looks pretty close,
It is
right?
pretty close.
Yeah. Another thing was like I needed it for 3 millimeter.
Yeah, so we go to the overhead. This is the, so funny. We said it was from Melt Inc.
Oh, right.
So they were like a white label.
Yeah.
Print and Z, if you guys remember them, they did like the print, the flexible beds.
Right.
Like, I don't know, like
The first flexible
three,
beds
4
before.
years ago. They went under as well.
Yeah.
As you can see, we still hoarding one of these.
Oh gosh. It's like vintage wine. Like,
I know.
I'll bust these out when
But check it out. It's
pretty close.
It's pretty darn close. Yeah. If not, it looks like there's a little bit more yellowing on this one.
So again, Fiber Force
Just
is
a
like
tiny bit more.
so Pantone, I guess. Or something.
Yeah. So Fiber Force. You said they're out of stock or in stock?
I don't know, man. It says something.
Pre-order.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sorry. It says January 17th, so like in 3 days they'll have some. Sorry about the last spool, guys.
Man. definitely let us
And I don't
know
if
if you
it's
do
good. Like,
get
I
it.
think it'll be okay.
Because yeah, we're gonna be out of luck.
Nobody
once.
makes cool gray anymore.
Such a perfect color for all those retro cases.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's like not too beige, not too dark, not too light.
Yeah, as you
Well,
can
that was
tell
fun.
from the video, it looks really good.
Yeah, it's neat. That was fun.
So definitely check it out there. Yeah, Fiber Force, Pantone R, Rat and
just
Matter
Matter
Hackers.
And you saw me search for Pantone and how I got there. Because it's not really called gray anywhere here.
Is it just the 3mm that's out of stock? Maybe the 175 is in stock. Fiber Force. That's TPU.
In stock, y'all. It's not TPU. It's just this weird
okay.
TPG. I don't know what that is. It still says PLA.
Okay, there you go. Put that link in the Discord.
Discord. Here you are, Discord.
Ma'am.
As it eats it. Nom, 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 tasty. Data.
Oh, Kirby is also saying that you can send a color sample to ColorFab.
What?
And they can do a custom mix.
Color Fab
Yeah.
for like $100 filament. No, I mean, it's,
I don't know what the cost
you
is.
really
but
need it, yeah.
Maybe.
I've been like the Color Fab forever.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try their very sure, variable, flexible material that they released. I think sometime this.
Maybe I spelled it wrong. Let me get in here real quick. Hold on. Is it with a U? Color Lab?
Yeah, so they do custom color mixes. You can order a bunch.
Oh, Color Fab, with 2 B's.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. I was like, dude, they didn't pay for the domain. It's down. Yeah, they have a cool gray too, or you can send them a swatch and
You
they'll
can
make it for
yeah,
you.
that's what he
That's
said.
gotta be pricey. Yeah, okay. Cool. Good tip. They have lots of filaments.
Yeah, I want to try their variable, flexible filament. Was it them or was it? What's the other people?
This one, Tough PLA? No, I've seen
No.
Tough PLA before.
Yeah, there it is.
There it
Very
is,
sure.
Vario
Sure.
Sure. Make some foot insoles.
It's like it's affected by the temperature that you print at.
It's cool. Labs.
That's probably where. Is that it? Select
Laser
your color.
marking PLA.
Ooh. Maybe that's close.
Wait, I don't know. Anyway, check them out.
Yeah, definitely let us know if you find a color that is close to that quote unquote cool gray. Because cool gray sounds like it's more bluish, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more, it's on the yellow hue.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to be it for the show, really. That was fun, looking at filaments. Okay, so there's going to be another show tonight, of course. If you want to share your project with us, we invite you to come on the Adafruit Show and Tell. It happens every Wednesday, that's today, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The way to join is to go on the Discord chat, and PT will pop in a link that you can open in your browser, and you can join in and share your projects, share your vintage, retro tech, whatever you like. It's all fair game. And then at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Ask an Engineer, full hour of Lamar and Phil going over new products, open source hardware news, top secret stuff,
Definitely want to tune in for that one.
and a lot of replays of videos. It's just always fun. All right, so
then-
that's tonight.
And then tomorrow,
JP.
full show with John Park as he goes over, what was it? I think the MIDI synth project.
Yeah, I think
he's
there's
working
a
on.
BLE HID project that's in the
Yeah.
works, so check that out. All done in CircuitPython, of course. We'll do some Make Code Minutes, Make Code Game of the Week, Product of the Week, and much, much more. So come in. It's fun.
Super cool.
Every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah.
Check them out. All right, is there anything else I forgot?
You've been watching 3D Hangouts.
Have you?
That one
That
right
one.
there.
Yeah, happens every Wednesday. We need a new banner. I want to redo the whole
I know. You're showing the Taz 3 on there.
thing. Taz 3, they're like a Taz 5 or 6 now. Yeah.
All right.
Don't
Closing out the
forget the
show.
coupon code is TunnelView. We really appreciate your orders. It keeps us going. It really does. Good luck with everybody's maker endeavors. And as always, we'll see you next week. But until then, remember to make a great day.
See you tonight, folks.
Bye. Wait, this one.